Remember, the goal is to dominate your county, not everybody. It's your county attorneys. That's the goal. And if you're in a huge county, there's not many huge counties, but like down in Miami-Dade County, there's over 3,000 personal injury attorneys. You can't have all those on your list. You can't chase that many people. You can't even afford to. And so you got to really narrow down your list and reverse engineer to the ones who are getting patients out of your backyard. We just had a great example of this with Dr. Dawn. As a matter of fact, we're going to have her probably come on next week, and I'm going to go do an interview session with her. She just created a little over $900,000 in personal injury attorney referrals from 2 presentations. She'd never done personal injury before in her life. She joined the program. She spent several, learning the documentation and the marketing. And then she did exactly what I said to do. She reverse engineered her geographic area, found the attorneys that are, that are marketing in that geographic area. She didn't go for the whole county yet. And then for her city within that county. And then she did the marketing program. She did the proactive marketing program, which I'm actually going to cover with you at the end of this. And that's how she just went right into the attorneys. And it was a what, 1, 2, 3. It was a simple 4-step process that led to the sales presentation. And the first attorney she sold was this attorney it was 30 new patients a month, but not just in her city, the other cities. But they had what was it? They had 15, no, they had 10 in her city, 10. Now, her state is $5,000 a case. That's $50,000 a year. That's $600,000. He asked her, again, like happens 50% of the time when we do the educational sales process correctly, he asked her to be the expert witness for all her cases, and if we have offices in these other areas where they are. See, that's how it works. This is exactly how it works. So she just increased her business from one presentation, $600,000. And she'd never done personal injury before prior to joining our program. And she didn't know the attorney. That was from our marketing, our cold call, and our sales presentation. Okay, so now 2 weeks later, she goes to the next attorney. Oh, by the way, she doesn't have any offices open yet. She just created 10 referrals a month, and she's scrambling to open her office. They've already started referring her. She's had to start seeing patients out of a different office just to get the ball rolling while her office is getting finished with the cosmetics. This is the way it works when you know what you're doing and you actually do it. So again, we're talking about the Car Injury Doctors Network, where she's claimed that she's claimed that county. And so to be the Car Injury Doctor Network provider for that county, meaning she's going to have all the multiple offices and be the dominant player for all the attorneys in that county. And this is how it works. So she goes to the second attorney 2 weeks later, and this attorney has 5 referrals in her area a month. And the same thing. He asked her, be the expert witness. Where you at? We'd like to send somebody over now and get started. I mean, same thing. She followed the presentation to the T. And that establishes need and minimizes the obstacles and creates the referrals. And I'm actually going to share with you a portion of it. I'm actually going to do a separate session live. I don't think I'm going to do it during the personal injury webinar. I may not. I'll announce it. But we recorded one of the presentations. I recorded a presentation on Zoom. So we put the computer up, and I was on Zoom. She was in the presentation, and the attorneys were here with the attorney's paralegal. So we've got it recorded. And I'm going to share with you specific points of that recording. That attorney was not getting, it was more than 7. It was at least 8 out of the 10 categories. He didn't even know 4 of the 5 top categories, and he'd been in practice, 20 plus years, and he sees over 30 PI cases a month. That's the reality of what's going on out there. In other words, it's wide open, but he didn't know what he didn't know. And boy, you talking about flipping the switch. So that was another 5 referrals just in 2 weeks. 15, what was that, Ted? 15 referrals in 2 weeks, and asked to be the expert witness. Why? How did that happen? It happened from a sales presentation that was done correctly. That's how it happened. In other words, my sales presentation that creates a lot of business, that was done correctly, because I'm seeing so many doctors that aren't even doing it correctly. And they're still having success, but I mean, it's just a slam dunk when you follow the steps. And the good thing about her, she didn't do personal injury before, so she didn't know to go off track. The only thing she knew how to do was to do exactly what I said what to do, which was fantastic because it knocked it out of the park. She didn't bring in other crap from her history that would have watered it down and weakened it. So that was fantastic.